'cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I think we successfully Britished that up.
Oh, that was British to the max.
Yes.
All right, cast time.
Cast away.
All right, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Flock of Geeks Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Defense, and alongside me is...
Kester.
Oh, yeah, and we're back.
What's up, homie?
Is it just me, or has this really felt like a long time since we casted last?
It really has. I've had one of those weeks, man.
Me too. I think everybody has.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on this week, world, but you need to stop.
It's like slow motion bullshit.
I know, and it's just been one of those weeks at work where everything sucks.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
I usually love my job.
I finally got everything straight since I got back from vacation.
Yeah.
Like, my computer's finally fixed. That broke, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
Got that fixed. The router modem thing. Ugh, it was just awful. But I'm back in action.
Yeah, like yesterday I went from like my house 10 feet and got a flat tire. Like went literally like 5 feet away to get cigarettes, came back flat tire.
Oh, my God.
I was just like, yeah, it seems about right.
At least you weren't at work an hour away.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It could have been way worse. That's always what I'm afraid of, because I drive that far, too.
Yeah.
So, ugh.
Yeah, whatever.
What episode number is it?
Is this 25?
It is.
It is.
Good work. It seems like you do this every week.
Mm-hmm. I know where we're at, what we're doing. I'm heavily invested in this.
This is I guess this would be, it's a little over half a year's worth of podcast.
Oh, wow.
If you think about it like that.
Yeah, we've been doing this since January.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah, it's going. We got 25 out.
Sweet.
Thank you, everybody, for your
Thank
help.
you for the continued love and support.
Yes, we appreciate it. And just more keeps piling on. It's really great.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little low-keyer show, I'd say. Don't turn it off because I said that, but it's not going to be 2 hours worth of E3 news anymore.
Yeah, we can't. We're a little worn out from that still.
Maybe that was the start of the week.
Yeah.
Just like,
it's just so much show. We could have kept going, too. We actually, after that, just sat around and talked about Zelda for, another half hour.
We didn't want to bore you with it, but
yeah,
that's pretty much it. But some pretty cool stuff. We got some news coming up, of course. It's going to incorporate Mighty Number 9.
Yes.
God of War.
Yes.
Some Overwatch statistics that are pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
We're going to talk about the games we're playing currently that I neglected to mention last week. And I was fortunate enough to see somebody that had a Vive, and I got to play it hands-on. So I'll talk about it.
Sweet.
It's really cool. All right, let's start off then with none other than Mighty Number 9.
Yeah.
So
finally came out.
So this game released. The only reason you'd know is because it's just a pure bitch fest.
Yeah, it really is not going well.
Oh my God, I don't even care anymore.
No, I didn't even care. I was like, these reviews. Well, I'm not wasting money on this.
Yeah, I was like,
fuck those dudes at this point.
I put up a Twitter poll because it came out. It was having such bad reviews. I couldn't find it anywhere on Twitch. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll buy it and I'll Twitch it tonight if anybody wants me to. I put a poll on Twitter. No one answered, of course. So.
No.
But there, I put myself out there, but no one said anything. And I'm glad they did it because it's I guess it's $4. I didn't even look, but it's $40 on the console, and it's 2 hours worth of gameplay.
That is ridiculously, that's not even. That would take. Ugh.
Yeah, that's that's balls.
For how long this took to come out? 2 hours.
I know. I think it's cheaper on Steam, but
I could beat Mega Man X. It'd take me 2 hours.
I know. They're saying it's almost shorter. It's pretty much the same length as the Mega Man games, but even probably less.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, those were old school NES games that they just kept churning out.
Yeah.
And now they're making
that's
this game
all
for
you
4
could
years.
do.
Yeah.
And we've been making a game for 4 years, and it's 2 hours long.
I know. Well, the creator came out. It's wow. He said this already. He says he takes the blame for it.
Oh, no. This is my bad, guys.
Like, they already know.
Yeah,
They put it out a day later. He's like, sorry.
yeah. I'm gonna put this out and immediately start apologizing.
I know. Well, okay. I mean, I did read.
Well, he does have to apologize because he took a lot of people's money to make this game.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. But a lot of people were getting pissed because all the backers that were supposed to get the copy, obviously gave him money for this Kickstarter. Like, all these reviewers and these corporations were getting it first to review it. And backers are like, why don't you just send us a copy too? We paid for your fucking game.
We made this thing.
So people were just immediately pissed from that. And then the reviews came out, and it was just, like, awful. Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying it's literally an average of probably, like, 5.
Yeah, well, on Metacritic, it was 56.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good indicator of pretty much every review I've seen.
Yeah, like, if you can't get over a 70, your game is shit.
Nowadays?
Yeah.
Because it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm. And also, if you've ever noticed, like, when people say a game's okay, it's like a 7.
Mm-hmm.
When a game's awful, it's a 5.
Yeah.
Or below. It's like we have this 1 to 10 scale, but it's things are just like 7's good, anything over 7's great to fantastic, and then anything under that is just varying degrees of shit.
Yeah, 7's like you'll probably enjoy your time and beat it once. And like that's about it, and you'll move on. Anything above that's like I'll probably play it twice, really rave about it, and talk about it. And 5, it's like unplayable.
Yeah, like 5
Don't
is
waste your money.
6 is bad, 5 is really bad. Under 5 is just downright unplayable.
Yeah, it's just, oh my god.
Yeah, it blows my mind that, it took them this long to put out 2 hours of shit.
It literally, like, if I would have hopped on and started making a game, which I'm actually debating on doing,
Yeah.
and I had 4 years to do it, I bet I could make a better game than that.
Probably.
And I work full time.
Yeah.
So that might be my new mission.
That should be
Make
your
a
new
better
mission.
game than Mighty Number 9
Make
in
a
4
flock
years.
game. Just
Maybe.
starring us.
Or that'll be the developer name.
Yeah, that could work.
Flock of Geeks Gaming.
Yes.
We're just gonna expand the universe with Flock
We
Geeks.
are. Eventually we'll take over
We're
the
working
world.
on the website,
Yes, we are.
so that'll be coming soon.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be good. Get back to number 9 though.
Let's,
Mighty
yeah,
number 9.
before we get sidetracked.
I know. It seems like the main issue with this game was there was 10 different ports for it.
Why is that an issue?
Because what they did, they didn't do it right. Like, basically what they should do with a Kickstarter game is kind of port it to 1 or 2 things and make it perfect. Make it exactly the way they want it.
Yeah.
And then staggeringly come out on different consoles as it continues on. But instead, they did all of it at the same time. All of it had different quirks. All of it had to do different things. And that's what he pretty much said bogged down the process and really made it hard to do.
Oh, I see. So it's like that why Shovel Knight was exclusive to the Wii U for a while there?
Yeah, I think so. I think they just kind of stuck it on a platform, see how it did. It did really well, so they got more money, and they're like, okay, we'll port it to more places.
That makes way more sense.
And
Yeah.
it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, if Mighty Number 9 just came out for 1 or 2 things, I'd say, like, PC and PlayStation or something.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
It would have been way better, I'm sure. Plus, they changed the art direction halfway through the development, so that's another thing.
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean...
And he just doesn't look as cool as Mega Man.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And just watching gameplay, I don't like...
It looks bland.
It does, and, like, it's like, the voice acting isn't good. And that's okay. Like, sometimes that's okay, but it's not even cheesy good. Like, it's annoying. It's really slow and annoying. And from what I've seen, it's like you can get the powers of bosses, but only one's really worth it. And you can play the whole game with just one and your main default weapon.
Oh, kind of like the Saw Blades in Mega Man 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's Mega Man 2.
Yeah, which is great.
And that game's a great game. And I don't like the fact that you can't kill things by shooting them.
Yeah, you have to, like, zoom through 'em.
Yeah. That's just annoying to me. Like, it'd be cool if you could, like, set it up to do that, or you could kill them.
It would be cool if you could do both.
Exactly.
It would be fine, because I kind of like the concept of charging through guys to kill them, but I shouldn't be forced to do it.
It's like if you shoot them 3 times and do it, that's fine. And, like, you could zoom through them. If you shoot them 4 or 5, they'll die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kind of make it like that.
Exactly. Like, making it a reward for doing the zoom, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, if they're across the map shooting you and you can't get to them, It's like they're incapacitated, but they're not dead.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I don't like that at all either.
So there's a Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just for the character. So people love this Twitter account because it's just listen to this. It said, "Congrats on the launch, Mighty Number 9. It's better than nothing." And it's Sonic the Hedgehog shrugging like with his arms up.
I do love that.
So like I thought that was hilarious.
That is hilarious. But Sonic, you have no rights.
No, but
you've been making shit for how many years?
Well, that's
now?
what people are saying. They're like the best thing to come from Sonic's and Sega, like the Sega Genesis, is this Twitter account. So this one guy, I guess, is probably just the best part of their whole company.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. So yeah, that's pretty much Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, really disappointing. I'm not buying it for $30, 2 hours.
I'll tell you what. If I'm gonna put another Twitter poll up, I understand if maybe people missed it. I'm gonna put a Twitter poll up, and if I get enough, I will buy it and I will stream the whole game.
Okay, I'll come play it with you.
Okay, we'll do it.
We will do this.
So I'll put the once this is up, I'm gonna put the poll up.
And this is so depressing because like all our friends were excited for this. Like
I know we were gonna do it. I mean, go back to the old episodes.
Yeah, we had plans. Like our one friend, he really wanted to be on a stream with us playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just we don't even want to do it now.
Mm-hmm. So, but I will. I'll bite the bullet if people want to see the game.
Yeah, we will bite the bullet.
But you gotta watch and you gotta answer the poll, or else I'm not doing it. All right?
All right, sounds good.
You listening?
Do you hear me?
All right.
All right.
Go to the poll and do it. Pull it up while you're listening.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the car.
Yeah, then don't do that.
Don't do that.
Just
Just do it when when you park. And then follow us on Twitter too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. God of War.
Oh,
We're obviously in the minority.
Are we?
I mean, mostly.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't look into it because I was like so sad.
I mean, if you go up to somebody and you just ask them, like, what do you think of God of War? They're like, oh, it looks great. And then I tell them it looks like it's stupid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why? It's God of War. It's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. That's the problem.
So people are just accepting it, which I don't like. And
no, you don't have to settle for this.
No, but there's people out there, and it's just like moviegoers, that they don't really care what it is. It's like, oh, it's a movie, I'll go watch it, and then and then it's over, and I've experienced something.
Yeah.
But it's our passion for like these games. It's our passion. So we have standards, and we want them to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
If you don't have standards, you're just going to keep getting Call of Duty.
Exactly. It's just going to be a never-ending stream of Call of Duty and Witcher clones.
Okay. So I looked, this kind of popped up, and there was an interview with Cory Barlog, which is the creative director of the new game.
Mm-hmm.
And he said a quote that I literally was livid after I heard this quote.
Just raging.
Like, it was such a kick in the balls to fans of this game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
I think as developers, we've grown up. We're at a different phase in our lives, and we look at the world differently. It's very different. So he pretty much said,
oh my God,
that they were children when they made the first 3 God of War games, which are rated M.
Yes.
And the goriest. There's gore. There's nudity.
Sex in a video game.
Like, it's like people bought that game to see titty mini games.
I love the titty mini games.
I know. The crazy neighbor upstairs, he literally bought it. Like, he got his mom to buy it and would hide it from his mom and, like, sit in there and play the titty mini game.
Yeah.
He loved it. He's like, it's the only time I could see tits.
Yeah.
And it was great. And you could always look forward to it.
It was. That sex mini game was so fun.
But no.
Well, we're mature now.
No, that's for kids. That's kid stuff.
That is.
Because when you're 18, you're not an adult, apparently.
Yeah. And this is just bad.
That literally just pissed me off. Like, you call it. Who the fuck are you to say that you've grown up?
And this is a video game. We're not supposed to grow up.
Like, I don't want to grow up.
No,
that's the whole point.
That's why we do this.
I don't care what age I am. I'm going to always play video games.
Yeah. and I want to feel immature and such.
I want crazy things. I want to be dropped into Greek mythology and ripping minotaurs' faces apart.
Yeah.
If that is childish, I don't care.
Then call me childish, sir. Because that's what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly. So like that was really a jab, and I don't know if people will even realize it, but as soon as I read it, I'm like, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah. I don't want to grow up. I want to rip that Minotaur's head off and then have a sex minigame.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. For God of War, that's where it's like a problem, is because God of War is just crazy action.
Yeah, it's never been.
It's
like,
not serious.
A kid game either.
No,
it's like it's not an immature game.
Not at all.
I mean, it's rated mature.
Yeah,
it's mature. And that's just the point. It's crazy fun.
And also, like, that storyline is pretty, like, deep.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on there.
It's a lot of awesome history.
Yeah.
Of, like, the Pantheon. It's great.
Exactly. They mix the mythology in there perfectly, but then his story is very tragic.
Mm-hmm. And
his rage is just absolute.
I know.
And I don't want to see Kratos get redeemed.
No.
Like,
me neither.
No, I don't want him to find comfort in his new son. No, I want his family to be dead, and I want him to be a goddamn maniac. If anything, he should have gotten older and crazier.
Yeah.
Like, he should be more insane now.
I know.
Like, you don't even need a plot. He just heard Odin existed, and he's like, I'm going to kill him.
That's exactly. He was so mad.
Yeah,
he wanted revenge so bad that when he got revenge, he wanted more revenge.
Yeah, he's still pissed about it.
So he's going to go kill another pantheon of gods because he wants to be the ruler of the whole world because fuck gods.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what his mentality should be.
That is his mentality.
Well, no, apparently
not.
not.
He's grown up, though.
Yeah, he grew up because when he was a general of an army, he wasn't grown up enough.
When he had a wife and child and he was serving gods. And when he became a god, he was still childish.
Yeah, everything about that game's childish.
Yeah. God damn it.
Okay. The creative director just had a kid.
Oh, okay. So that's why we're doing this.
So he's grown up. He's grown up now.
Is it the same guy who did the first three?
Yeah, I think so. He stepped away.
He did step away.
He stepped
for
away
three.
for three, and then he's coming back now for this one.
Oh, okay. So
I guess when you have a kid, you're absolutely grown up. But I have tons. I could count. I mean, like, I could count so many instances of when people have kids, they actually become more childish.
Yeah,
because you have a kid. Like, you become one with your kid, and you play games, and you go do stuff the kids do, and it's fun.
Yeah,
but apparently not.
We don't want to grow up.
Playing games isn't about growing up.
No, it's about escaping this daily miserable hell we call life.
I know.
I don't want it to be serious. I mean, I guess I like serious stuff, but not my God of War.
No. That's the key here.
Yeah.
We're not bitching about serious games.
No.
We're bitching about the fact that God of War is trying to pretend that it's serious.
Yeah, or that it's like gonna have a deep meaning. Like, no, there's no.
They
meaning.
tried that with 3.
And how did that work?
It sucked.
It was not good. Great game, terrible story.
Yeah, it sucked. The first 2 were phenomenal.
Yeah, it's the best game. Two of the best games ever made.
Like, I can't think of anything I dislike about 1 or 2.
Unskippable cutscenes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, other than that,
but as a game whole, it's near perfection in my opinion for what it is.
I just want that combat system back with the whipping the chains and knocking people up in the air and throwing them back down.
If you could do that with an axe that you can call back and forth, like you could. There's so much potential there.
There's a lot of potential there. Maybe the combat's more in depth than what they showed, but the tone is just terrible.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, this is totally speculation, but I hate that quote from that guy.
That's a bad sign.
That pisses me off. Yeah, it is a bad sign. That means they're going in a real different direction with this, which it looks like they are. And it's just, who do you think you are? Like, I know you're the creative director of God of War, but, like, aren't you supposed to be one of us?
Yeah, you were cool.
Like CD Projekt Red, the Witcher creators. You could tell that there's so much passion in what they do for those games. They love it.
Yeah,
they're all gamers. It's a tiny group that made one of the most amazing games of last year. It's like 50 people. And then there's this guy.
Yeah, Blizzard's the same way.
Yeah, exactly. They love what they do.
Mm-hmm. This just seems It's not a good quote.
No, it's not. So he got a kid, so that's why he's saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess many people at the studio at this point, because it's been a while.
It has been a long time.
Are having kids.
Yeah.
So now it all makes sense.
It all falls into place. They want to make a story about a guy and his kid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I guess Last of Us, I mean, even if you play Bioshock Infinite, like all of these games are dad games. If you think about it.
They are dad games.
You know? We have enough dad games. I'm good with the dad game craze.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
So now I pretty much picture it's going to be this art director is pretty much I'm Kratos. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this is my son.
And I've matured.
I've released my demons.
I feel like that people are going to love this game.
They're gonna. And I'll buy it.
Oh, I'm going to buy it. We're going to have to bitch about this for a long time, though.
Oh, if it comes up, I'm not going to bitch every episode, but I've read this quote and I couldn't hold it in.
Yeah.
And, like, you're one of the few people I can actually be like, listen to this quote.
And get mad.
And understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, because I get everyone else I talk to thinks this looks good.
Yeah. Oh, every single person.
Every single person I talk to.
I can't. Like, as soon as I start saying the reasons I don't think it looks good, people are like, oh, yeah, I see that. Like, one of my friends, he's like, yeah, I thought it looked awesome. I'm like, do you know it's an escort mission with a kid? He's like, oh, no. I didn't know that. Like, he only saw, like, the fight scene. Like, nothing before or after.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Like,
he's like, oh.
Do you also notice it has role-playing elements in it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought I would kill someone and then suck in their souls and
just level up my items.
Yeah, level up my items.
It was so
Find
simple.
some Gorgon
fun.
eyes. Yep. We don't get games like that.
I know. That's what I was going to say. We don't. I just want to pop in a game, like, sit there and play through the whole thing, and it just be chaos, fun. Like, I go into a menu, level something up real quick. You can see it immediately, and just play. Like, it's not a numbers game.
Yeah, the last game we got like that was what? Probably Bayonetta 2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
and that's on Wii U.
And it's on Wii U of all places.
So, like, you can't even get it.
I know, that does.
And
That depressed me that I've never Well, I played most of it. I played about half of it at a friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
Too many bosses in that game.
There is. It's good.
It's so cool, but
it is. It's like literally every 10 minutes you fight a boss.
It's like back-to-back bosses. Like, there's no hitting peons, which is like the fun parts of those games.
Oh, and then you get to practice your combos and stuff.
Yeah.
There's none of that. I agree.
But that's the last one we got. I can't think of a game we've gotten since then.
Me neither.
It's just maybe Dark Souls kind of, but that has a lot of role-playing elements.
Yeah, that's precision fighting.
Yeah.
I really don't think it. Well, a lot of people are. There's a lot of people out there. I don't think it really counts though, because God of War did so well.
Yeah,
everyone loves those games. Not everybody, but most people who play games do.
Yeah, it got bigger than like your Bayonettas, your Devil May Cries.
Yeah, it was more accessible for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason people.
It didn't seem as Japanese, and I think that's
that is the key.
It seemed way more Western gaming.
The Norse mythology thing, and it was M.
Well, Greek mythology.
Yeah, Greek mythology.
That's all right. Just get it right.
Yeah, get it right. And it was plus it was a hard M.
Yeah, it was a hard M.
And I think people like that.
I agree. So I pretty much at this point just picture them sitting there developing the game, and it's just a bunch of dads.
Yeah.
It's like my dad making a video game.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I picture now, too. Thank you. Oh, well. We'll see what happens. You never know.
You don't know. But we've been pretty good with calling these things.
We have called a lot of these things.
We have. I mean, we were pumped about Mighty Number 9, but we're like,
it's not looking great.
Yeah, and that trailer came out.
Yeah, that trailer came out.
Terrible.
Same with the Uncharted
multiplayer.
Haven't put that in since Overwatch came out.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever go back to it.
I told you.
Yeah.
You were very optimistic. I give you credit.
I was.
Like, you tried. We both tried.
We really did.
We played a little bit.
And I even enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. But there's no reason to go back.
No. If I went back to anything, I would be like, I want to play Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
I'd go back to that.
I think a lot of people probably did.
Yeah, I would think. Because, most of the community didn't move on from 2. So.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is 2 still going hard?
People still play it, too.
Wow.
None of my friends.
Yeah.
moved to 3. Like a bunch of them did, and then I never saw them playing 3 ever again.
So they just went back to 2.
All went back to 2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if they came out with a new mode, a classic mode, would you go play 4 again?
I probably would, yes.
At least try it?
I'd at least try it. But, like, I'm so out of the loop now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not following it. Like, the only thing, honestly, anymore, man, I am just all Overwatch all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so obsessed with Overwatch, I don't even care what else is out there and what's coming out. I played another game this week for the first time in a long time.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I can't do it. Like, I love playing Overwatch with you guys, but I can't do it every night. Like, I need to play other things.
Yeah, see, I get a laser focus on something.
I'm not like that, which is cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because you get to play, we are still playing games. I can bring in a little more different things, and you can really become an expert on one, which is the cool dynamic.
Exactly, and it's just I like getting really good.
I understand that.
And you got to focus.
Yeah, I definitely think Overwatch is the best multiplayer I've played. It might be ever.
It's getting there for me.
Because, like, there's not a game
I'm
where...
still putting Uncharted 3 ahead of it.
Like, I'm willing to just always play it. Like, I mean, like, I would put it in if I, had time to play it. I would put it in pretty much any time.
Exactly.
And that's very rare for me when it comes to multiplayer games. I usually play them for a week and I'm done.
Yeah, that is how you roll. You only ever beat a game, like, maybe once, twice, and then you move on.
No, I think Ocarina of Time is the only game I've beat more than 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I beat Mega Man 2 a lot, but that I don't really count those.
I'm trying to think of what game I probably beat the most. It's got to be Resident Evil 4.
I was going to say, you beat Chrono Trigger a lot.
I've beaten Chrono Trigger a lot. But those, like, those are kind of like some of them because the endings, you just get to, like, a certain point and beat the boss.
That's true. It's not the whole game.
Yeah, it's not the whole game. The game I've beaten the whole game the most, it's got to be Resident Evil 4.
Actually, if we bring this full circle, I think I beat God of War 1 like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, I remember trying to beat that on God mode, and it took forever.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I literally just kept playing. Like, I beat it on hard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I just kept playing normal because I had so much fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Well, the thing with God mode was that end part, you remember where you're, like, family just, like, suddenly appears and your doppelgangers start attacking. You just have to get lucky. Mm-hmm. Like, you just have to play it. Like, I think I played it probably well over 100 times, and then just the one time I got really lucky with my magic getting refilled, basically. From, like, everything I read, everyone just said, you have to get lucky. Just keep playing it. And that's what I did. I eventually got lucky.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 didn't have anything that hard.
I would say, was 3 the opening with Poseidon?
Yes.
I thought that was really hard on the hardest difficulty.
I don't remember. I didn't like 3 enough to want to beat it on the hardest difficulty.
I wanted to go back and try it, and like I finally did it. It was really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard. For how much I tried it, I was like, this is a little much.
Yeah, I mean, that game on God mode is tough. It is one of the harder. But that's how action games should be.
No, I wasn't
level.
like deterred from like that's good that it's this hard, but it was just like, wow, this is really hard.
That was something I used to like care to do like in my PS2 era time frame. It was like I want to beat the game on the hardest difficulty. Now I don't care at all.
I never was like that, really.
Yeah.
I really have to like the game to want to play it on a harder difficulty, like a really hard difficulty.
I only want to do it with action games, and we don't get those anymore. So, like, what's the point?
Exactly.
Because, like, with most games nowadays, there's always some sort of leveling system, so you can't really have a hard mode anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hard modes rarely, and even if there is a hard mode, you just need to level up more.
Yeah.
Like, the last game I beat on hard mode was BioShock Infinite.
Was it hard?
It actually was. It was more challenging. Like, dying actually mattered because they took a shit ton of your money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And, like, ammo was a lot more scarce, so you actually had to use a bunch of different guns.
Sweet.
It actually made it a little better.
I bet, because you had to actually use all your utilities.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's we're probably done with God of War for a while.
Yeah, let's hopefully be done with that for a while.
All right, let's before we take a break, let's go real quick over the games we're playing because we haven't done that in a while.
No, we haven't.
I wonder what you're playing, Kester.
I picked up Odin Sphere. And
Awesome.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It's way better than I remember. It is a lot of mash and square.
Yeah.
But I love that kind of stuff. I don't know why. I just love it. But they made some really, really good changes that, like, they're little things that you wouldn't think make such a huge deal, but they really do. Only real complaint with it is bosses are too bullet spongy. You know what I mean?
It just
takes
too
long to kill.
It's
them.
not even hard. It's just time consuming.
Yeah, it's like, I've proven I'm better than you. You just don't die. And it's like, you're mashing square, and it's just like, just die, just die, just die.
I've never heard that mentality before.
What, I've proven I'm better than you. You just don't die.
Like, I've never someone compared themselves to a CPU boss going, oh, come on, I'm better than you, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just better than you. You just don't die.
That's so funny.
That's
I'm gonna think about that forever now.
Yeah, every time you come up against bullet sponges.
Oh, you know I'm better than you. You can go.
You just don't die. That's my only complaint with it, but really good story. It's basically like Odin and the fairies are at war over this like magical MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just a fairy tale, and it's a really good one.
That's cool.
All the characters are very memorable. It's what's weird about it is like the first girl you play, like her main thing is all about like she's a woman warrior and she's nobody's like prize, and like it's very like women's rights. But then you have elves in bikinis in the next part. It's like one of the stranger like sexual objects half the time strong independent women. It's great.
I mean, it's shitty, but it
is what it is.
It is what
but
it is.
It's kind of cool because the Valkyrie girl, it actually flips the princess mentality. Like, you have to go save your husband.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so there's 4 different characters in the game, right? 5.
5.
And do you play them each separately and full way through before going on to the next one? Or do you
Yeah. You play as the Valkyrie, then the Puka Prince, and then, so on. But it's like each of them take about 5 hours.
Okay.
And what's cool is they all kind of start at a different part in the story. So, like, you play the first one, and then the next character actually takes place, like, before that one, and then at a certain point it hits her story.
So it's like overlapping.
Yeah, everything kind of overlaps. But it is really interesting. Odin's such a badass. Like, he's carrying around a giant mace that he's, like, throwing at people. It's so great.
You really are making me want to get it.
It is so good. It's just Metroid style. I mean, it's not where you unlock abilities and then go back and open another path. You pretty much run around.
Mm-hmm.
But there's multiple different branching paths you can take. Really, I like the leveling system because you just eat food to level up, and it's real quick, and you just pound out your levels right before the mission, and then while you're in there, you just fight through it. And the combat is a lot of fun for being 2 buttons.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying there's missions in it?
There's stages.
Oh, it's a stage game. It's not like an open, you run around, do the quests.
No, there's stages.
Oh, okay.
There's, I want to say, 7 or 8. I think there's 8 stages. And, I mean, that's the one thing that can get kind of bad about it is every character, it's the same 8 stages.
Mm.
Like, the layout's a little different. Like, the layout's never the same.
But it's the same, like, atmosphere.
Same enemies, same atmosphere. That's the only thing that kind of get, like, it gets repetitive. For me, it doesn't bore me because I love mashing square. I could see it getting boring to people, though.
Mm-hmm.
But the characters are different enough and play different enough that it's awesome. Like, the Valkyrie has, like, a glide, so she can, like, glide through the air, plus, like, her attack, she can, like, swoop in and out, and it's great. The Rabbit's kind of got, a giant sword, so he just flips around. The one fairy girl, you have a bow, so it's all, like, long range. And she's actually one of the best to play because she has, like, shooter levels.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that are sweet. And then, like, the Black Knight, he can basically turn into, like, he has a rage mode. So, like, the characters are different enough that you feel like you are, like, at least fighting different with each character, but the levels are the same, and the leveling gets, like, kind of annoying at that point because it's like, I know I'm going to be at level 50 by the end of this, but I still have to go through all this eating and planting and all this nonsense. It's
Okay.
like, I just wish there was some way quicker to do it. Like, it's really charming and great for the first, like, 2 characters.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you're like, oh, I just wish I could hit a button to level up at this point.
I gotcha.
But overall, great game.
I think I might pick it up. I got paid Friday.
I would give it a 9. I'm giving it a 9.
On PS4?
Mm-hmm. No slowdown. It is so gorgeous to look at. And it does. It feels like a fairy tale.
Which I love. I love
Yeah.
fantasy. I love fairy tales. I love that kind of shit.
Then,
So-
yeah. I think you'd like it then.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a huge side-scroller fan. Like, from, like, the, you know, the traditionals. I love Metroidvania games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love Metroid. I love Castlevania. I love Mega Man and that. But when it came to, like, open world RPG, not open world RPG, but, like, more of, like, stage running and, like, RPG elements like that,
Yeah.
I never was really interested in side-scrolling.
Yeah.
But this one seems like it would be really good.
I didn't even think about this because I've been doing this a lot lately. I've just been downloading the games. It's like I should have bought the physical copy so I could have let you borrow it.
I've been doing that too, and I haven't even really thought about it.
Yeah, it's like I should buy
weird.
physical copies because my friends can then borrow them. But at the same time, like, you usually buy every game I buy. So, like, most of the games I play, I borrow off of you.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And honestly, I've been going the wayside of downloading too. It's actually for me because I'm just finding myself running out of room because we live in a pretty small apartment.
Yeah.
So it's like I have like 2 little cubes that I can put my games in, and they're filled. So I'm like, eh.
And yeah, like, I've been lugging around games from, like, the PS1 era for so long now. You know, it's just like, I'd rather just have them all on the console.
Mm-hmm. I love physical copy stuff, but it's just getting a little too overbearing for me.
Yeah, it's just, and then the copy could break.
Yeah, true.
Like, I've had games break, so it's just, and it's also like I can start downloading it before I go to work, come home, it's done, and start
You don't
playing.
even have to go to GameStop.
No, don't have to go into a GameStop. Don't have to, you know, it's just too convenient.
It really is. And when you have a bigger hard drive on your, it's like, well, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, great game, though.
Sweet. 9 out of 10. Good.
9 out of 10.
I actually, before vacation, I decided I wanted to, my brother was going with us, and he has a 3DS. And he was talking about getting Kirby, what is that? Planet Robo?
Planet Robobot.
Yeah, Planet Robobot.
Greatest name ever.
It is. I picked it up. I got the amiibo with it. It didn't come with it. I actually bought it. It's a little Kirby on a star.
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah.
It looks sweet.
It is awesome. I love Kirby. We even named our puppy after Kirby. So he holds a special place in my heart. So I was like, I didn't really like where they were going with Kirby. Like, they had Epic Yarn, which was really boring.
I heard it was bad.
It's just like it would have been cool if you're like a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been awesome. But like, and that's okay.
That's fine. Not everything has to be for me.
Yeah. So I just wasn't a fan. And then I don't really like puzzle games that much. So the whole Rainbow Curse game was like he was just a ball floating around and you had to like draw on the pad or 3D or whatever to do puzzles. And I'm not into those. So I kind of skipped that one too. And then this one came out and it was the traditional Kirby where it's side-scrolling, platforming, you get power-ups. And it really reminded me of the Super Nintendo one, which I actually put in my top 10. Actually, that's my number 1.
Yeah, that was your number 1.
So I'm like, I got to get it. I'm going on vacation. Don't have my PS4. I don't want to play it remotely.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a 3DS game. I haven't bought one for a while. And I'll tell you what, man. It was fantastic.
Really?
I love that game.
That's awesome.
I couldn't put it down on vacation. Like, I beat it. Okay. It's just like, I don't know. It was just so special, and it felt like Kirby again.
Yeah.
And it brought me back to the time I felt when I played the one for Super Nintendo. But it was way too easy. Like,
yeah,
I'm talking.
Kirby's always like that.
I know, but I'm talking like.
Tea party.
It was just like, yeah.
Cakewalk at a tea party.
It really was. No challenge whatsoever, except one thing.
Yeah.
I'll get to that in a second. And it was relatively short. There was really only 6 levels, and within each level was like 6 or 7 parts to it.
Okay, so like how many levels?
It was like depended on the map, but it was like 6, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or 5 or 6. So you're looking at 30-some to 40 levels.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but they're relatively short. You could probably do them in 5 minutes. So I just couldn't put it down. So it felt like it went too fast, which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It was definitely worth the money.
Yeah. That's the important thing.
Yeah, and basically,
worth the money.
It is. It is.
Okay,
especially for a 3DS owner, because honestly, there isn't all that much that's come out recently that I've been interested in, and so I was excited for it, and it was definitely worth the price. And so you beat the main game, and then you open up Meta Knight.
Oh, that's sweet.
And you play the whole game as Meta Knight,
the Batman,
which
the
is
Kirby
really
universe.
cool. And it's really cool because you don't have to collect anything. It's just you just speed run the whole game. And I beat that in one sitting, and it was like so fun.
That sounds fun.
And then after you beat Meta Knight, there's a boss. I don't even know, boss challenge where you just keep fighting bosses over and over again.
Yeah, like a boss rush mode.
Yeah. And you only get 1 life, and you get healed after so many bosses, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I cakewalked through that. Like, first try, beat it. And then you open up True Boss. Like, it's like Battle Royale or something. And that was fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, that was so hard, dude. And the amiibo's cool because when you put them on, that especially the Kirby with the star, that's the only amiibo I found that was unique. You basically get it's the UFO Kirby who he like flies around.
I don't know enough about Kirby to know what UFO.
He's a
Kirby.
UFO Kirby, so he's like a little flying saucer.
That's pretty sweet.
And that is literally the only way I could beat that mode.
Oh wow!
And it took me like 20 tries, and each try was like 20 minutes.
Wow.
It took a long time.
Well, that's cool though.
But it was hard and it was fun.
I love boss rush modes. Castlevania always has one, like the DS ones.
Oh, okay.
I remember what was the one? It was like the second one that came out on Game Boy Advance. Harmony of Disordinance, maybe.
That sounds like a Castlevania game.
That sounds right. It's
Even
Harmony of something. But it had a boss rush mode. But like the best thing about it was you could play as the 8-bit Simon Belmont in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in like this beautifully rendered.
And it doesn't even fit.
No, it doesn't. But he was like a fucking beast. Like it was so much easier to beat it with him. And then when you beat it with him, it just like ends and it has him like holding up his hand and it just says Simon Belmont forever. It's so great.
Simon Belmont forever.
Yep. The original Simon Belmont forever.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Kirby.
Yeah, you did.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Go an 8.
I'm giving it 8 pretty much because I wanted more.
Yeah.
And they had multiplayer modes. Me and my brother tried them. They're kind of like meh.
Meh.
They weren't really worth playing, in my opinion. But the game itself was definitely worth it. If they would have just had a co-op mode where you played the whole game together, I probably would have gave this a 9.
Oh, yeah.
But they didn't. They just kind of had a weird battle mode that was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel about Odin Sphere. Like, the only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is the repetitive nature of it.
Well, at least you realize it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't bother you.
No, it does not bother me at all. Like, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I like Dynasty Warriors. I can hit square
Mm-hmm.
and just punch something over and over again. I can do it for hours. I don't know why. It's like, I guess I'm simple.
A simpleton.
I'm a simple man. I like just hitting square.
And you keep fucking it up.
And keep killing people. It's great.
All right, we're going to take a break. But
Okay.
coming up next in about 10 seconds from here, we're going to talk about Torbjörn from Overwatch. And I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience with Vive.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, we're back.
We are back.
We're back after the short intermission. And continuing on, your PSA was accurate.
Yes, it was.
Now, remind people what your PSA was a couple episodes ago.
Get Torbjörn out of Overwatch.
Well, not necessarily get him out, but
Yes.
that's not happening.
Do
But
something.
that Swedish bastard, and yes, he's
Oh,
Swedish.
Oh, I didn't know he was Swedish.
He's not a dwarf. He's Swedish. I
Okay.
still call him a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
He is a dwarf. But that Swedish bastard is OP on consoles, and people are finally realizing it.
Yeah, it's coming out now.
It's people with voices, not. I mean, we have a voice. We're millionaires,
Huge. Yeah.
and we have ton of followers and we're famous, but people that like journalists and stuff. So I go in Forbes once in a while, weirdly enough, but I really like the one guy there, Paul Tassi. He writes articles for it, video games basically.
Yeah, he is good.
Yeah, oh, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I like him. And I read a lot of his articles, and he recently wrote one this past week about Torbjörn being OP.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave some interesting statistics along the way. We do want to say this. We're saying on console, specifically because aiming is a lot less accurate and precise than it is on PC.
And a lot less quick.
Yeah. On PC, you can do a lot more aiming-wise with a mouse than you can with a controller analog stick. So that's why we're going with this. But he still is OP on PC.
But he's not as bad.
He's not as bad. You can handle him.
Yeah.
But
he's more of a noob trap on PC, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's the thing is an auto aim turret on console is a lot worse off than on PC. That's how it is.
It's just how it is.
Mm-hmm. So here's the statistics on it. We're gonna go with the PC win ratio of characters, and then we're gonna go with the console win. Okay, Symmetra's number 1 with win ratio on PC with 61%, and then Torbjörn comes up the rear at 59%.
Is he second?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Lucio's third. I'm only doing the top 3. Lucio's at 57%.
That makes sense.
So, I mean, yeah, he's OP as well, but he's not, like, game-breaking right now.
Yeah, same with Symmetra. Like, she probably just gets, we were talking about this earlier, she just gets a lot of wins because when you do pick her, that teleporter is such a game changer.
Yeah, and Paul actually made a good point in his article and said, I mean, there's no rhyme or necessary reason that she's winning so much right now. There's no like stand out, she's OP. The teleporter is part of that, but it's because people don't pick Symmetra unless it's a really, really ideal situation for her.
Yeah.
And usually when someone picks Symmetra, they know what they're doing, and they'll probably win because it calls for her to be in there.
Yeah.
Like if you pick Symmetra on every single match all the time, she wouldn't be as effective.
Yeah, she can't do a lot in, like, say, King of the Hill.
Yeah. Well, she has those little turrets, but
you're not getting in to set those up.
Yeah. So, exactly. The what the parcel? What's that other game mode?
Escort the payload?
Yeah, that's it. Brain fart.
Yeah, you lost me there.
Sorry, parcel.
Bring it back.
Payload.
Bring it back. Escort the payload.
There you go. Yeah, sorry, too much on my mind. But anyway, it's definitely more suitable for her in that circumstance.
Yeah.
The payload. So, okay, console win ratio. Torbjörn is at a 69%.
That is ridiculous.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Symmetra is at 67, but it's probably for the same reasons we just stated. But Torbjörn is picked double the amount she is.
Yeah, that's the big difference here.
Yeah, like he's being picked double the amount. So it's not really as close as that statistic shows.
Yeah, and this is to the point now where, like, Blizzard can't ignore that.
No.
Like, they can't ignore those numbers.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, that's too high.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, any of the characters should be around, like, maybe a 51 if they're really good, you know, 58, 60. But you can't have a character winning 70% of the matches he's in.
No.
That is the definition of OP.
It is. And actually, no one really else is close to those numbers on console.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not even Lucia?
No, he wasn't mentioned.
Wow.
So I'm guessing he's probably 50 or less.
Yeah.
But he's still really good.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to do anything but play the PS version for like 2 hours to realize he's out of control.
Torbjörn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my favorite character is Tracer, and that's the character I want to play. I don't even pick her anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can't blink past the turret. Sometimes I'll pick her on defense, but people are even using turrets to escort payloads at this point. They're just putting them on the payload and putting a Reinhardt in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's out of control. So,
yeah.
It's good that these numbers came out.
So I figured it'd be kind of cool to give our individual situations where we can overcome turrets. Okay. I think you have one and I have one.
Okay.
So what would you what do you like to do if there's a ton of Torbjorns that you're fighting?
I have 3 kind of strategies for Torbjorns. If there's a bunch, like let's say more than 3, I usually go Diva and just try to blow them all up with her super. If there's 2 or less, Reaper is really good. I just rafe right up to the turret, shoot it twice, and I put it down. And another good counter is Winston. If you jump and just out of its range, throw your shield down, you can just shoot it, and it can't ever get through your shield.
Those are good.
Those are my kind of 3 ways to deal with them.
And I looked up a couple strategies. The most interesting one I found was 4 Zaryas and 2 Lucios. Because basically what you do is when they're defending, and there's a lot of them, you basically wait till there's the entrance to wherever they're going, and you just speed boost. All of you just zoom in there, and then you pop your shield with Zarya. And when the turrets are shooting your shield, your weapon damage goes up.
Yeah, and substantially.
Yeah, and then you just take out all the turrets, and you just kind of divide and conquer with the turrets because there's 4 of you.
Yeah.
And then Lucio, of course, he just sits back and heals during that circumstance once you're in there.
Yeah.
So there's your professional tips of the week to deal with Torbjorn until that bastard is nerfed.
But there are certain situations that I've come up across, especially a lot in Hanzo stage. I can never remember what it's called. That last area, there's ways they can set them up where you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, you literally can't do anything.
Well, there's so many ledges in there. There's so many places that are, like, far in the back. And it's so close to the spawn that they can just kind of run back and heal, like, even if you're just trying to kill Torbjorn.
Throw them right back up. Mm-hmm. Like, that stage has just become the worst stage in the game to play. If you go in there, like what this just keeps happening so much anymore is 2 bastions will set up in the back, 2 Torbjorn turrets in the back, and then 2 up top. And there's just no way, because even with Diva, you can't blow up every turret in there.
You can't even kill one. Like, you can kill one. That's about it.
Yeah, you can't rafe behind him. You can't sneak in anyway. So it's in that stage, I can't do it. There's just nothing to do. There's nothing that can be done.
And that sucks.
Yeah, because even if you did the Zarya strategy, they're too far spread out that, like, they're at such a distance, she might not even be able to hit them because she doesn't have a long-range attack.
Well, she has the shoot. You can fire the balls.
Yeah, but
they're arcing, so it's hard to judge.
They're hard to judge. Aiming's not that great on a console. That's the main issue.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great game on console. It's
I love
fun
it.
as hell.
Yeah.
But you really can't say that it's as accurate as a PC is.
No, it's not even close.
No, it's not. So,
but it's great these numbers have come out, and they said that they're going to have a big patch at the end of June here, which is, where we're at, so let's hope it's soon. But they didn't say they're going to address it in this patch, so... But I feel like they're going to have to do something.
Oh, Blizzard came out and said they're not addressing Torbjorn in this patch.
No, I mean, they didn't
even say anything.
They haven't said anything about it. Maybe they are, but I think consoles are just going to get the McCree Widowmaker nerfs, and then they're going to put in the new mode, which is, what is it, competitive? Mm-hmm. Which actually sounds interesting. It's basically going to just be, I think it's going to get rid of quick play. Like, people are just going to play this mode.
Okay.
Yeah, and the big thing people seem to be arguing about, do you think hero stacking should be taken out for competitive?
Ooh. Yes.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I think it makes...
Justify yourself, sir.
Well, it's more fun. It's more fun when you have different characters in the game, in my opinion. Like, randoming, those random matches, it's like, you'd get stacked sometimes, but most of the time you wouldn't.
Yeah.
And I just had more fun in that. And you can't have 5 Torbjorns then. You can't have, like, those characters that we consider OP might not be that way in a more competitive environment with just one of them.
See, but I think besides stacking Torbjorns, any other stack you try, there's a hard counter for it.
Sure.
Like, if you are all... Like, I played a match last night where it was a team, and there were 6 Junkrats, and it was King of the Hill, And as soon as I saw that, I just switched to soldier and just destroyed the entire team single-handedly. So there's always a hard counter for everything except Torbjörn, so I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
And it's awesome when you win with a team of Tracers or a team of Winstons or,
Sure. No, that's cool. But I think that's kind of why it's cool in the quick play mode. Because you can do whatever you want and it's just playing. With competitive, I think it would make it more strategic and people would have to work more together. It's not like I'm just going to pick Tracer all the time.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you might maybe put a limit of 2.
Yeah.
That I would be fine with.
Yeah, I would be okay with that too.
See, I think I'll be fine with it either way.
Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to do it.
I don't think they will either. But hero stacking isn't really one of my, I've never been
why is there 3 of these?
I lost that match because they had 3 any other character but Torbjörn. You know what I mean? If there was a team of 6 Zaryas, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to counter that.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain characters in that game that, as much as I've been playing it and as long as I've been playing it, I have no idea what to do to counter them.
Zarya's probably, other than Torbjörn, because he's just a bastard.
Yeah.
Legit characters, Zarya's always hard.
Yeah.
To bring down.
She's a hard person to counter. Maybe Reapers and Snipers, maybe. I don't know. Soldiers.
Sniper would be good because she can't hit you.
No.
Because she can pop the shield and hide.
Yeah. But she's tough. May is the other one. She's the big one.
Yeah, she is hard.
I don't know how to stop her or how to counter her. Sniping is the only way to stop her, or flashbang with McCree. Those are the only 2 ways to stop her. So, yeah. But other than that, you could, if you stacked a team of Junkrats, I'll just put that down real fast. You know what I mean?
I think, going competitive, it would change it up.
Yeah.
Because it's just literally the same thing but competitive now. So I feel like it should be a little more hardcore, and I feel like if you take stacking out, it would be more hardcore.
Yeah.
But it might draw people away because if they don't get who they want immediately and someone else picks them, they're going to quit the match.
Yeah. And I have a thing, you know what I'm tired of is with playing with randoms, everyone is just waiting to see who everyone else picks.
Yeah.
It's pick your main, and if you need to, and everyone picks too much of the same character, then just switch.
Well,
it's everyone is just waiting to pick a character anymore.
Well, the only thing I like about that is they might jump on the support bandwagon if you...
Yeah.
And then you don't have to do it.
I've been playing a lot of Mercy lately. I'm starting to play a mean fucking Mercy.
Nice.
I played a random battle with her, and our team randomed to all support. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to take out my pistol and see what I can do here. I went 15 and 0 with Mercy. Yep. I have it recorded. I'll show it to you.
Wow.
I won a match single-handedly with Mercy. Yeah, in a minute. It was 3 minutes.
Wow.
It was I think it was the Temple of Anubis.
Wow, I hate that map. Too.
Yeah, I hate those maps. I hate Temple of Anubis. I hate all those defend this point ones. Escorting the payload, I've been cruising with those anymore. They're easy.
I like King of the Hill better.
King of the Hill is the best one.
Yeah.
That's what I want for my competitive mode is the King of the Hill only.
They should do it. I think they should do that too. You select your modes.
Mm-hmm.
But then one might be neglected, and then that's why did they put it? There's always, catch-22 with it.
And I like the way they're doing the competitive mode sounds cool. It's going to be... you get put into ranks depending on how you perform, not necessarily if your team wins or not.
Okay.
So you could be a top performer. And,
that's nice.
Yeah, your team doesn't have to win every match. So you do have to win a lot of matches to unlock the golden guns, though. It's 300. That's a lot of matches.
It really is.
Because, I don't know how many matches. I think I've played 600 so far. And that's how long's the game been out now?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a lot of matches.
Definitely a couple.
And you have to win them.
Yeah, that's definitely a couple weeks worth of playing.
And, it doesn't matter. I'm really good at Overwatch, and my win rate is barely over 50%.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good, though.
Yeah, that is very good.
Mm-hmm.
It shows how team-based it is. Uncharted, my win rate was, over... It was almost 80%, and it was just me. So, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. So there's your...
Overwatch complaining about Torbjörn of the week.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm glad that people with voices, like I said, actually are saying stuff about it. So maybe we'll see something.
It's coming out, like, I'm hearing a lot. Because I'm on the forums and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
People are just saying it's downright unfair at this point.
Well, it's an AI. It is.
Yeah, because I think what was happening is people were coming out and going, nerf Torbjörn. Everyone's like, Torbjörn's not a problem. You just need to get better at the game. These were PC players.
Yeah.
They don't realize how much different it is on console.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And the thing is about Torbjörn, you don't have to nerf him to death. You have to either nerf the damage he gives from the turret, nerf the range of it, or even if they get the cooldown. Because if you realize, as soon as you blow up a turret, he can just put another one up.
Yeah.
He should put the turret down, and once it blows up, he has to wait 30 seconds.
Here's how you nerf him. I think, if you kill Torbjörn, the turret goes away.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they need to do. Second, reduce the range and reduce its tracking speed.
Yeah, that too. So tracking speed, it's just pinpoint. It's there immediately.
Yeah, it's pinpoint.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I can't play Tracer anymore.
Which sucks.
Yeah, which is terrible. She's my favorite character to play.
Yeah.
And, like, Tracer has enough counters. She doesn't need one character that, if it's played, becomes absolutely useless.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Okay, so you've been playing a lot more than me recently. What would you say give like a rough percentage of how often Torbjörn is in your match?
98%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would say at least.
It's getting that bad because I've been on vacation and stuff. I haven't played.
I played last night, and I recall one match that didn't have a Torbjörn.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Wow.
And most defenses have two of them.
Yeah.
The thing has become now is two Torbjörns with a Bastion right beside him, because the only thing that was working was Reinhardt's shield, but Bastion takes that shield down in a second.
And then the Torbjörns take out Reinhardt.
Yep. So it's just, there's like nothing you can do. I don't know. So something will be done, I feel like, now that people are coming out against it.
Well, Flock of Geeks Gaming called it.
Once again, we called Norse mythology too.
Yeah.
Some might say we're psychic.
Or just really, really good at video games.
Yeah, we are really good at video games.
Okay, cool. Enough of Overwatch. I'm going to talk about the Vive.
One good thing I'm at. The one thing I'm good at. That and sex. Just so you know, ladies.
That and sex.
Yeah, that's the only things I'm good at.
I'm good with my hands.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm going to talk about the Vive a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
So, if you don't know, it's an HTC Vive. It's the VR, another VR that's come out, and it's price point at about $800.
Now, this is an HTC product?
Yes.
I hate their phones.
Well, I'm saying this. It is currently, it's the most expensive VR you can get. So it basically goes Vive and then Oculus.
Okay.
But I think that also comes with, how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying for the price, but it's definitely the best, I think, to come out. It's more of a room VR. So you're standing.
Yeah.
And you're moving around. You can, crouch, and it notices you're doing all that stuff.
That's sweet.
Yeah. So a friend of mine that I played D&D with invited another friend to come play, and he is currently out of state going to college to make video games.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's going to be a developer, like a 3D animation kind of, not animation, but he's texturing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Environment building. He enjoys that. So he's really in the loop with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I talked to him a lot yesterday about it, and he was humble enough and nice enough to invite me over this morning to play some Vive. And so I got to experience it, and man, it is so awesome.
Is it?
It is so much fun.
I can imagine.
I only got to play for half an hour to 45 minutes because he got busy. He had to do something. But holy shit, dude. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I played it's called the Waltz of the Wizard, he said, something like that. And you're basically just in this cylinder circular room, kind of like an oval, and there's just this table in front of you with a cauldron, and there's different potion aspects. There's a skull that talks to you and kind of gives you tutorials on what to do, and you can just pick up any object, throw it in there, and it'll make concoctions and spells, and then you can use those spells just standing there. So for instance, you add 2 things to this concoction and you'll get the fireball spell, and then you can do the fireball spell, and then your hands are red, and you could just shoot fireballs all over the room and like hit things, and it's awesome.
That sounds great.
And there's like a giant spell, you like get real big, and then there's one spell I forget what it's called, but you basically are like Magneto.
Yes.
You like hold the buttons, and like everything in the room just starts spinning around you, and you can like control it and throw it and like do all this stuff with it.
That sounds great.
And just so you know, so it's the standing. You use the whole room, but it has the hand controllers.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, those are picture perfect. Like he was standing across the room, and I had the headset on. They appear, and he's like, catch. He throws them to me, and I caught them.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
wow.
I'm in VR, and like I can't see anything in the room.
Yeah.
Like that's how perfect they are. So, I found that. So I'm like sitting around in this like on this table, okay, and I'm picking stuff up, throwing stuff, and there's a crossbow.
Yes.
So I picked the crossbow up, and I'm just like shooting stuff around the room, and it was awesome, so much fun. Then I found a laser sword. Oh God.
God damn it.
Disappointed. Okay.
Okay,
It's
moving
good.
on.
I found a laser sword.
Yes.
So I pick up the laser sword, I pick up the crossbow, and then the kid, he's like, all right, now look over that way. It's going to start shooting apples at you because you picked up the laser sword. So these apples start shooting at me. So I'm like hitting these apples and cutting them in half while I have a crossbow, and I'm shooting apples out of the air. And I'm just doing this all in one motion. It's just like the coolest feeling in the whole world. Like
Yeah.
it works.
It works.
It's fantastic.
It sounds great.
It really is. Like as soon as I had the laser sword and I was cutting apples in half, I realized how perfect a Star Wars game would be.
Yeah.
Like so
It
awesome.
would be awesome. Lightsaber battles.
Oh my God.
You know what I think I want?
Hmm.
I was thinking about this. What would be an awesome VR game is Spider-Man.
That would be intense.
Yeah,
You like web slinging with the controllers.
web slinging with the controllers and like jumping. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, and when I tried the Oculus, I didn't have headphones, but I had headphones for the Vive, so it was really more immersive.
Mm-hmm.
And he had another friend over, and he started messing with me while I was in like the VR. He was
Yeah.
like grabbing my controller. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So, but it's just an overwhelming experience. It's something I could never fully describe to somebody.
Yeah. I've been in some VRs, and I think it's just I haven't been in a really great one yet.
Like this, it's like it's okay. The graphics weren't like spectacular,
Yeah,
but they're good. Like they're good. So you know you're not there, but you feel like you're there.
yeah.
So like you're not completely and utterly immersed. Most immersed you'll ever be though. And it's just so cool. You don't feel like there's a world around you other than the VR. Like you feel like you're floating.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So it was really cool. I really, really, if you ever get a chance to play it, do it. And I would go Vive. Absolutely.
Absolutely go Vive
100%.
over the Oculus.
I mean, you're saving $200 with the Oculus, but if you have a room and a PC that can run the Vive,
Get a Vive.
it is so much better. Like I worked up a sweat doing this. It might be the first time, Kester,
Yes.
that I could exercise while I play video games.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Gamers become beefcakes because of the VR.
That would be sweet. I mean, I doubt I could get more studly, but it could happen.
I'm talking about myself.
I doubt
I have
you
nothing
could
wrong.
get
There's nothing
studly.
wrong with you.
Yeah, I doubt you could get more studly as well. Like, what are you
thanks.
talking about?
But it's cool. Like it'd be way more physical. Like you're crouching, you're swinging your arms and stuff. And he said that a lot of people even put 5-pound like wrist weights on there.
That's
So
a good idea.
They're actually working out, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, that's the only game I got to play, but it was a good indicator of what was like you could do.
Yeah.
And also, I really, really, really want to play the Archer game
Yeah, that would be sweet.
because you if you're left-handed, you hold it up, and then you use your right arm and you pull back like an arrow and you launch it while you're hitting the button.
Oh, that's gonna
So
be
it's like real, like you're shooting it.
You know,
and-
I didn't think about that till you brought that up. Like, are all these controllers going to be designed for right-handed people?
No, because they're too individual.
Okay, so
Like the sword, I picked it up with my right hand, threw it in the air, and grabbed it with my left hand.
okay,
And then you could swing, and it's the same thing.
'cause this is a right-handed world.
I know, I get that. But the thing is, if you picked up the bow and arrow with your right hand, and then pulled it back with your left, which would be left-handed shooting.
Yeah.
You can do that. It's the same thing.
Okay, cool.
Because you literally have to get the arrow, grab the string, and pull back and launch it. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's just you got to do it.
Because being left-handed is unfair.
Yeah.
You should try starting a mower being left-handed. It is not fun.
I couldn't start a mower. Left hand would be rough.
Or like just pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Like pulling any cord. Everything is designed for right-handed people.
Yeah. Okay, so
and left-handed people are just way better. Like, we're a lot cooler.
There's a crazy statistic. The presidents of the United States, it's like most of them are left-handed.
Well, it's because we're so smart and attractive.
True. But then you get the outlier like me.
Yeah.
Who, like, should be a left-handed person.
You're the exception that proves the rule.
Oh, God. So, okay. Final thing. Highly recommend it. It is awesome. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested in VR at all, try to find a person that you can check it out with, or just kind of get it if you have the $2,000.
Yeah, if you got $2,000 laying around, go for it.
Yeah. So for me, it's definitely worth it. Of course, the price point sucks. It's at $800. Mm-hmm. It's a lot for a new and upcoming thing that you're not going to get tons and tons of games for.
No.
So I only played one. It was definitely cool. I'm not going to jump the gun yet. If I get some money, if I can save some money, I think it's going to be my new project.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't ever save any money. I'm terrible with it.
But I'm going to try, and I think I'm going to do it. And the reason, and honestly, you got to get a nice PC, and you got to get $800 worth of equipment for it.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it's worth it because I am overweight, and I think this might be the one time I can actually do some like fun exercises that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And if it honestly can make me healthier, I'll put money down.
All for that. Yeah. That's the price too much, man.
Sure, I completely get that. But for me, if it can help me live longer, I might do it.
I don't want to live longer. I really don't.
I do.
Okay.
I gotta live for Zelda.
There you go.
So
what was I gonna say? I lost it.
Okay. Well, I highly recommend it. It's a lot.
Yeah. If I'm saving up, I'm thinking my next video game. I'm probably getting an Xbox here.
Really?
I'm leaning towards it.
Oh man.
I want Scalebound.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm. I liked everything I saw.
Did you like the main character?
Other than that, no. But I feel like we're gonna be able to change them.
Okay.
I want to get Dead Rising. I want to play Gears, and I could stand to play Halo. And I'm thinking when the Slim comes out, it's gonna be $200 for an old model.
Oh, I'm not going old. I can't do it.
See, I don't care.
I'd rather save some money and get the Vive. At this point.
Yeah. Well, that's you.
Yeah, I know. I get it. It's cool.
My only thing is I don't know if I want to pay for another internet subscription.
That's the other thing too.
That's a big thing.
It's something you don't even think about.
No.
But yeah, well,
because my PSN is due to run out any day here.
I mean, would you really? You wouldn't have anybody to play with.
I don't care. I just want to play Dead Rising.
You don't need to play it online.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so you don't need a subscription.
Yeah, I have a couple of one friend with an Xbox.
Okay.
So, but I'm just thinking because it's gonna go down in price once that Slim comes out.
Oh well, for sure.
Yeah, and I want to. There's enough there that I want to play. I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get that. I'm not saying because I'll never save up 800, but I feel like I might be able to hit 2. And like I don't have a computer anymore, so I had a laptop and I broke it. It's completely smashed now.
Did you actually break it?
Yes, I did.
You just went outside and broke it?
No,
I got you.
It fell and it smashed, and I continued to smash it.
Wow.
Because I'm so tired of it.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah, it had it coming. Trust me.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Yeah. And I'm not spending. And like for the computer, I'd want to play games. I need a career.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like halfway there. Like I have some disposable income right now that I've saved. I need to up my PC, so I got to look into that. I got to see how like hard that'll be and how much it'll cost, and then I got to get an $800 thing. But I have an awesome bedroom with a lot of room that we could easily play.
Yeah, that would work very well for
it. Would because it's like a square.
Perfect square. You couldn't play in here in your man cave.
No, which is fine. I'll put the PC in there.
Yeah.
To exercise. It honestly, like, it sounds silly, but I mean, I think it's a solid investment for someone like me.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, if I can work up a sweat and have fun, why not?
I wish I could because I'd love to. Well, I mean, I kind of exercise, but like to have fun and do it more.
Yeah, like you literally
it
exercise.
It is a drag to exercise.
I know. For like 2 hours a day, you exercise by shooting, like sword fighting in VR.
Yeah, that's way better.
Like that's awesome.
Than running a mile.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, my overview of it, it's better than the Oculus in my opinion. It's not Facebook, which owns Oculus. I think Oculus broke my computer, so I'm very anti-Oculus at this point.
Yeah.
And the Vive really had nothing bad about it.
That's crazy.
It's really, really awesome.
HTC.
Yeah.
It's surprising. I just hate their phones.
But it seems like a really, really
You know why I hate
product.
their phones?
Why?
Because everything is back. Like, it scrolls vertically. It makes no sense. Every other phone scrolls horizontally. Like your apps pages.
Oh, okay.
So it scrolls vertically, and it's like, what is happening here?
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. The whole phone makes no sense to me. And I sell phones. I love phones.
Dude, cell phones. Ba-doomts.
Yeah.
I sell cell phones.
Yes, I do. And I can't. The only phones worse than HTC's are a Windows phone. Someone comes in with a Windows phone, and I'm just like, why do you have this? And then they say something, and I'm like, well, I can't help you because no one on earth knows how to use this besides maybe you and two other guys. You maybe call Windows. I don't know.
I can't even help you with this.
Yeah, it's like I know a lot about cell phones, but if you have a Windows phone, I know nothing about it. I've seen like 2 or 3 in like a year I've been doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I think that's the end of the show.
Yeah, that's good. I feel good about that show.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I feel good.
Of course I feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, you got to go see Independence Day.
Yeah, I'm going to go see that. I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, I'm going to pass, I think.
That's fine.
I just don't want it.
That's fine.
The reviews, the money, no.
I'm going to put the poll up. I told you I would. I'll put the poll up.
Nobody ever answers polls.
Okay, if I get yes, stream it, then I will get Mighty Number 9.
Uh-oh.
But if you say no, that's quicker that I'll get the Vive, and I can talk about that more.
Yeah, there we go. And plus, if you get the Vive, then I can play it.
Yeah.
So do that.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay.
All right,
guys. Oh, before we stop, we didn't give shout-outs last week because it was like a 3-hour episode.
Yeah, it was so long.
We just were so tired after that.
Yeah.
So, shout-outs, of course. Dragon Power is always helping us out.
Shout out.
Mr. BS Show.
Shout out.
Three Cuckoos Podcast.
Shout out.
And the Martin's Games on YouTube. All of these are going to be in the comments below if you're interested to check them out. Dragon Power, of course, is a video game. Martin's Games is a video game. And the other two are kind of pop culture, comedy. They just kind of hang out and try to have a good time. And I enjoy listening to them. So,
Yeah.
all right, Kester, take us away.
Go murder my murder.